Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on relationship frequencies, we're going to look at your next relationship or my next relationship since I am currently single. So let's see who is coming in towards us. So let's look at our next relationship. And I do set the intention that these messages reach those who need them when they need them. However, it may not be the entire message that's meant for you. It may just be portions of it. So even if you are currently with somebody, there might be a reason why this message has come to you. So just keep an open mind, take what resonates, just leave the rest behind. Okay, so we're going to see what type of person is coming for your next, relationship. We got a few cards, so we're just going to put them back. So, who is coming in your next relationship? What are they going to be like? What type of person? What type of individual? So, the person that is coming towards you for your next relationship, let's see. Ooh, sticky with the cards. Who is coming towards you for your next relationship? Nope. And, oh, no, that's a pile. You only take one or two, not piles. So who's coming back to you? They're not coming back to you. Who's coming towards you? So we got the reversed Eight of Swords. So this is very interesting because the Eight of Swords, and we don't reverse them. I just remembered on this deck, I don't reverse them. I only take them upwards. So we have the Eight of Swords, not the reversed. We have the Eight. So this is all about being trapped or restricted, right? But this is trapped or restricted within your own mind. So this person who's going to be your next relationship, currently, they are restricted because of their own mind. So it may even be that they like you, they haven't asked you out yet because they fear, right? They're worried about what's going to happen. What if they say no? And so this is being restricted by your own mentality, right? Like you're actually free. You could move forward. You could go this way, you could go that way, you could do whatever you want. Your options are open. You're not actually restricted, but your mind's restricting. Your mind's telling you, no, you can't do this. What if this happens? You're afraid, you feel trapped. So victimized. So I'd say your person right now is in this fear, and this fear could very well be this fear of, what if you say no, right? So the reason why this relationship hasn't started yet, hasn't progressed, is because they are too afraid at the moment. They're stuck in their own head about the what ifs instead of just moving forward. So let's get some advice for this person that's coming towards you. And hopefully they will be unstuck soon. So we did get 3 cards. I'm going to take them this time. So our first card is, Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands is all about new opportunities, new passions, being inspired. So the advice is to be inspired by this new relationship, right? That you will feel this passion. This is a new start to something that you're passionate about, that you want, that you're inspired by it, right? It's this opportunity coming forward towards you. And so this advice is, when this opportunity comes towards you, take this opportunity. Oh my gosh. And then we have the King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands is all about like being in leadership mode, right? You're confident in where you sit. You have this vision of the future, right? You have a vision for what you want, a vision for where you're trying to go to. You're bold. You take the steps, right? You have the ability to manifest. So the Ace of Wands is like the beginning of this manifestation, the newness, the starting out. We don't know where it's going to go. And once we get to the King of Wands, it's like, I'm confident in this. I'm confident, and I'm going to make this occur. This is my vision. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm going to manifest. And so your advice is, take this opportunity and run with it. This is what you're going to manifest, right? This is your vision. This is what you want. And then we have, the Nine of Swords, though. So the Nine of Swords is about anxiety or guilt, being in despair. You're almost reaching your breaking point, not quite there, being caught in this negativity. So ensure, as you're going through, you have this new sort of passion, this new opportunity that's sitting in front of you, and you have the ability to take those steps to see your vision and to push through, but make sure you're not getting caught in this anxiety and despair, right? In this negativity. Oh, it's never going to work out, right? So you have your person right here who's already trapped in their own mind about that they can't break free of. I'm never going to be in a good relationship. That person that I want is never going to say yes. And so ensure as you go forward for this, understand your advice is this is a new beginning. You have the ability to push through, to achieve your goal, to get to your vision, to take the steps forward, but make sure you're not getting stuck in this depression or anxiety or despair, this negative thinking where you're like, it's never going to work out, it's never going to happen, right? Because you start getting in that, and they kind of look like they're sort of sitting in that a bit. So we need to make sure that we're pushing forward in this. We're not getting stuck in the despair or stuck in the negativity or like trapped in our own mind that this won't move forward because of this and this and this, and we're only looking at the negative side instead of saying, no, actually we have the power to manifest what we want, but we actually have to take the steps forward, right? You can't just sit back and say, oh, manifest, and then it just magically appears. You have to take the steps forward. So what message wants to come out about this new relationship? What message, we'll ask from these cards, what message wants to come out about this new relationship, please? What message would you like to tell us about this new relationship that's coming forward? Ooh, and we got piles of cards, multiple piles. So what information, what message would you like, thank you, to give us? Ooh, hopeless. Oh, that might be a big, oh no, that's 3. We'll take it. Let's just get our cards together here. All right, so we got hopeless, breaking point, and withdrawn. Okay, so right now, this relationship hasn't happened yet, right? And so the 8 of Swords, being restricted, being trapped in your own mind, okay? Feeling that it's hopeless. It's never going to go anywhere. I'm just going to withdraw. I'm just going to stay single, right? I'm not going to get over my fears and go out and ask you out because I'm stuck right now in this hopeless, withdrawn, and we're getting to the breaking point. And what you would say is the 9 of Swords, the next one's the 10 of Swords. And if you've ever seen the card on the Rider-Waite, it's like a whole bunch of swords stabbed into his back. Like he's done. He's down and out. He's been stabbed so many times, right? The straw that broke the camel's back. And so this could end up hitting a breaking point if we're not getting past our fears. This is the problem here. We're in this fear of the what if, what could be, and what could be amazing. But the other person is still trapped in this despair. They're still trapped there, and they're not seeing the potential. Well, I shouldn't say they're not seeing the potential. They are worried that the potential won't turn into that King of Wands. They're worried that what's about to happen is they're going to be rejected, and this is going to turn into a breaking point for them. Nobody ever loves me. They feel hopeless. They've got anxiety and negativity around it. And so we need to make sure, well, not you, because that's their mental health issues to deal with. But for now, I would say this relationship isn't going to move forward until they deal with their fears around it and why they feel trapped and as if they can't move forward. And what I'm going to do now is I have a timing oracle deck, and we're going to see let's ask, when will you actually go out on a date? And it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be an official date, but when will the two of you go out sort of as a couple without anybody else around? So this isn't like a whole bunch of friends getting together. This is just the two of you together, whether we call it a date or we're just going out to have coffee, whatever it is. When will you two spend time, just the two of you? So let's see. And there we go. June. Okay. So that's not too far away. It's May? Is it May? No, it's not May. Is it May? Yes, we are into May, aren't we? Okay, so we're in the beginning of May, very end of April, beginning of May. I'm not sure exactly what day this video is going to post, but so June. So look for some kind of forward movement in June. But what I would suggest is at this moment, focusing on yourself and focusing on healing yourself so that you don't end up, so this isn't you, right? Like right now, this is this person, but this could very well be you if we're not dealing with our issues, right? And so you want to be prepared that when this person finally decides, I'm not going to self-restrict, I'm just going to go for it, what's the worst that can happen, that you are not also running away from it, that you are grabbing on and that you are taking the opportunity that exists here. And so we are going to get you an oracle card from this deck today. I think it's appropriate. And let's see what message Spirit has about your relationship from this deck, please. So let's have a message from this deck, please. Message for the collective, where this reading resonates with them. Let's see what message Spirit has from this deck about this relationship, either currently or in the upcoming months. Okay, sticky. Slow to come through, is that what it's going to be? Slow progress. We'll get it. Or maybe there's no message. Maybe Spirit doesn't have a message for us today from this stick. Oh. And just as I say that, look what happened. Okay. Emerald Labyrinth. Ooh, this is a pretty card. It doesn't look quite as green on screen as it does on the card. On the card, it's very, very much an emerald green card, but it's called Emerald Labyrinth. Each step within my own loving heart, I discover the truth of my desires. So each step in your own loving heart, so looking into your heart, and you'll discover the truth of what you really want. So when I say make sure you deal with your issues and that you are sort of mentally well, you've dealt with all your past traumas, you've dealt with all your relationship, all your baggage, all that stuff, then you'll be prepared for a healthy relationship. And so you'll discover the truth of your desires. And really what that is discovering, like, why did I go after that type of person before? Oh, because I had been traumatized in this way. And so I identified with this. That's what I was comfortable with. That's what I wanted. That's what, whatever, right? And as you go delve into your heart, and take those steps to heal, you'll actually discover why those were your desires before. And what you'll probably find is actually now you have different desires. And even if those desires weren't conscious, right? Everybody wants to be in a healthy, happy, loving relationship, but that's not where you end up when you've still got trauma to deal with, because in that happy, healthy, when you get together with a happy, healthy, loving person, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel comfortable because that's not what you're used to, because you haven't finished dealing with your trauma. And so even though you in your mind, your conscious thought is, I desire this healthy, happy relationship, subconsciously you're like, we're only good for this bad relationship. This bad relationship I understand. This bad relationship I can deal with. And as you go through your trauma and discover, oh, that's why I picked that person before. Oh, that's why I didn't set that boundary and I allowed them to cross that boundary. Then you will discover why you were in that situation, why that's what you clung on to, why that's what you desired. And those will change into other desires you have, other wants you have, because you'll be like, no, I'm a healthy, healed person now. Now I do want that healthy, healed person. Now that's what I feel comfortable in. I don't feel comfortable in the traumatizing people. I feel comfortable in the healthy, put together people. And so for you, I think to end this reading, I'm going to give you an angel number. It just seems appropriate. So we're all dealing with issues and trauma. Just make sure you deal with your issues and trauma before jumping into the next relationship, right? If you don't deal with your issues and trauma before the next relationship is going to turn out just like the old one. So we need to get out of this, I'm a victim, I'm trapped, I'll never have anything good mentality, and take those opportunities that are coming through. So can we get an angel number, please, for today? Woo, an angel number as a message for today. Let's see. Adaptability. 765. So you are flexible and capable of facing changes. Trust in your own strength to navigate any challenges that arise. Okay? So you are flexible and capable to face those changes, to start delving into your hearts, to start healing the trauma. You can do that. You have it in you to do that. You're capable of that. And trust that as those challenges arise, as you're trying to deal with your trauma, that any challenge that arises, you'll deal with it. And since you're now dealing with your trauma and dealing with issues that arise, when you do get into this relationship, when this opportunity does arise for you, any challenges that do come up, you will then have the ability to navigate those challenges, to understand them, to start looking at them from a different perspective, understanding why you reacted the way you did, why they reacted the way they did, and start healing those and working through the issues in order to create those happy, healthy, loving relationships. So I hope this message helped you today, and watch out for June. Make sure you're healing yourself, though. Let's just not sit back and do nothing. Let's work on our own issues so that we can take the Ace of Wands to the King of Wands, and we don't end up in the bypassing and ending up in the Nine of Swords. Ace of Wands to King of Wands. So make sure you're healing yourself. And I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.